Hey there, how's it going? Are you good? My hand is an alien hand right now, and how weird does that look? That is normal, and that is alien hand. ADD! So I was going to post an update video on these in the middle of August sometime. I think it was around August. I think I planted these in July, and what I did in that video was these were both in one pot. It was a small pot, so I separated them, made a pot out of this protein tub. Check that video out to see how I did it. This was the original one. This was the one that was separated from the main plant. So this one has increased in size quite a lot, as you can tell. There's a few more baby plants in this one, and what I'm going to do with those is I'm going to pop those into their own individual pots, and they will then increase in size too. I'm going to have to make those pots as well, and in a really old video I made upstairs, there were some Coke bottles lying in the corner of my room, and those are what I'm going to make the pots out of. So yeah, there's a couple of dead leaves on this, and we're going to take these out and we're going to sort them out. I'm going to sort them out. So before I start, we're going to need a few tools. This, that, and this. Drugs. We're going to be cutting this from around here somewhere, and I've got a couple more of these lying around somewhere. And here we have all the Coke bottles I'm going to be using. Okay, so first things first, you see how it gets wide here? And then it's narrow there. Well, this narrow bit might cause a few issues because the roots tend to ball up, and then it's kind of hard to pull out the plant if you wanted to transfer to a bigger pot. So the main thing is that the roots on these plants don't ball up as easily, and they're a little more stringy. That means stringy. So this isn't going to cause much of an issue. Plus you can also sort of squeeze this in, which can help free up a plant if you do want to use something like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chop this from around here somewhere, like this. Now I'll do the rest of the chopping with the scissors. And there we have it. This is going to be our plant pots. Now I'll need to drill some drainage holes on the bottom of this, and I'm going to use a drill. Last time what I did was I heated up a knife and just sort of went like this, or it might have been a nail. I can't remember. I think it was a nail. I have done this in the past, so check out my previous videos if you want to see them. Okay, so before I fetch the drill, what I'm going to do is just cut the rest of these. Now to use the scissors on these three, and we're nearly done with this part. Okay, so that's these four done. Now I'm going to go get the drill. And here we have, and here we have, and here we have the drill I'm going to be using. I'm going to use this drill bit right here. It's used to drill into wood. So I'm just going to drill into these like this. As you can see, hopefully. And there we go, that's the bottoms of these done. Okay, so quick camera angle change, and there's Pancake just sat in Peanut's bed. Okay, so what I'm going to do is show you what the original plant looks like, seeing as though that's the one that's sprouting all the kids. And there it is. So what I'm going to do with this is take it out and make a mess. Not only am I going to do that, but I'm also going to clear out these dead leaves and take these little ones out and obviously plant those. Yeah, so might as well get started. Okay, so I'm just going to put these here. I have a feeling this is going to get messy fast. Actually, I'll move these out of the way. I'm just sort of loosening the soil so I can then just sort of pull the plant out. So there we go, there's a few new ones on this. This one, this, and this. Obviously you can tell which the new ones are because they're coming from the main one. So what I'm going to do is just take these off. And some of these are quite delicate, which I've just found out. And there we go, that is this neatened up and sorted out. Just taking out some of this soil so I can put the plant back in. That should be fine right there. Just spread the soil back out, and that should be about it for this. And now it's time to sort this one out. Just gonna dig around and loosen up the soil and loosen up the roots, and take the plant out. I think this soil is way more compacted than the other one was. You see how the roots are like this? Well, that is why placing these plants inside a container with this shape isn't really going to matter that much. So I'm just going to clean this up a bit, get rid of all this dead plant material. We should be good after that. Okay, well, I think that should be good enough. Now what I'm going to do is plant this a little deeper than it was. I think there's quite a bit of soil in this compared to the other one. So I might just take some out. And it's definitely compacted a lot more. I'm going to put this into there now, and I think that should be fine. Pour some of this back in. Arecaso. And I think that might even be enough. Okay, so that's sorted now. What I'm going to do is give this one and the previous one some water. And then I'm going to move on to those. Okay, so after a little bit of tidying up and looking for another pot, this was another makeshift pot. It was previously some workout supplement tub. We have 6 of these and only 5 pots. Brilliant! So I'll probably end up putting 2 of these in one. These 2 have barely got roots. The rest of these should be fine. We'll put the ones that have barely got roots into this one. And the rest of them, yes. Okay, these have been filled up with soil now, thanks to my neighbour's garden. So what I'm going to do is empty a little bit of soil out, Arecaso, and then make a bit of a hole like this, which is virtually impossible to do. So I'm going to empty some more soil out. And then I'm just going to pop that in there and then put the soil around it. And I'm going to do this for the rest of them. At this point I didn't have my microphone attached and I'd come into the room and seen them walking around. Luckily they were just sniffing stuff and not in the mood to destroy anything, so I quickly shooed them off and carried on. Okay, so that's these sorted out now. What I'm going to do is give them some water and try to find a place to put them. I'll post an update video on these in a couple of months to see their progress, and that is all for now.